session of strength of materials. I'll solve question 5 of SFD and BMD. Find the reaction at the fixed end of the cantilever loaded as shown in the figure below. Draw SFD and BMD indicating important values. End A is fixed and this is a cantilever beam. At B and D, there are two moments. At C, there is a load in downward direction, and at point E, there is a load of 20 kN acting downwards. First, I'll draw the FBD for the load diagram given. I'll first draw the FBD. At point A, I'll draw reaction VA and moment MA. I will not write HA. There are no other horizontal forces. At point B, there is a moment 20 kN. At point C, there is a load in downward direction of 30 kN. At D, there is a moment of 30 kN. And at E, there is a load of 20 kN in downward direction. Resistance is 2 meters. 2 meters. I'll start calculating value of VA and MA. I'll use the equation summation of force in y direction is 0. Upward force is positive. So I have VA going upwards, minus 30 downwards and minus 20 downwards is equal to 0. So I have VA is equal to 50 kilonewton. Next I'll use the equation summation of moment about A is equal to 0. I'll take clockwise moment as positive. At end A, I can see a moment MA going clockwise, so I'll write it as positive. At B, there is a moment anti-clockwise, so I'll take minus 20. I have 30 kilonewton going clockwise, so plus 30 into 4. Then I have this moment going clockwise towards A, so it is plus 30. Last I have 20 going clockwise towards A. So I get the value of MA as minus 290 kilonewton meter. Now minus 290 kilonewton meter is clockwise. If I want to say it is positive 290 kilonewton meter, I would say the direction is anti-clockwise. So this is the value obtained. I'll write here this is 50 kilonewton and MA is minus 290 kilonewton meter. As I have told you before, I'm not going to change the direction of the moment. I'll leave it to clockwise. That's okay. Next, I'll go for the shear force calculations. So I'll start with SF calculations. To the left of section, I see any force going upward. I'll say it is positive shear force. So I'll start with A. To the left of A, value is 0. When I stand to the right of A, VA becomes very much visible. So I'll write down shear force to the left of A is 0. Shear force to the right of A is 50 kilonewton. Now when I stand at B and I look to the left, I can see only 50. Now at B, I will not be calculating shear force twice because there is no shear force at this point. So I will directly move to point C after that. So I write down this is equal to shear force at B. At point C, when I look to the left, I can still see only one force going upward, that is VA. So here I'll write down it is equal to the shear force to the left of C. For shear force to the right of C, I'll move a little ahead of C and I'll look to the left. I'll say 50 going upwards, 30 going downwards. So I write over here 50 minus 30 is 20 kilonewton. When I stand at D and I look to the left, I'll see exactly what I saw when I was standing at C. So I'll write down is equal to shear force at D. When I stand at E and I look to the left, again I see VA going upwards 50 and minus 30. So I'll write down is equal to shear force to the left of E. Last, shear force to the right of E, extremely important. I should get the value as 0. So I'll stand to the right of E, 50 going upwards, 30 going downwards, 20 going downwards. So I'll have 50 minus 30 minus 20. I get the answer as 0. I start at 0, I end at 0. My values are correct. Now this numerical was important because I had to explain you about this point B and D, which I was referring to in my previous numerical, that at a point if there is no shear force, calculate the value only once. So we'll plot these values now. I have all the values positive, so I'll draw the line here. This is my SFD in kilonewton. Point A, B, C, D, E. Now this is going to be a very interesting plotting of the numbers. So I'll start with the left of A, which is 0. Then I have right of A as 50. I have shear force at B as 50. I have shear force to the left of C as 50. I have shear force to the right of C as 20, so it will be a little below. Then I have shear force at D as 20. Shear force to the left of E is 20 and shear force to the right of E is 0. Now I'll join the points. Left of A, right of A, shear force at B, shear force to the left of C, right of C. Then I have shear force at D, shear force to the left of E and shear force to the right of E. I'll join these points. And this entire thing is positive shear force. I'll draw the hatching line. So this is my shear force diagram. Next I'll go for bending moment calculations. I'll write the sign convention that to the left of section, if I see any moment going clockwise, it is positive bending moment. At point A, there is a moment, so I will be calculating the bending moment at A twice, at B twice and at D twice. As at B and D also I have two moments which are visible. At C and E, I'll calculate the bending moment only once. So I'll start with point A. When I stand at A and I look to the left, there is no moment here. So I'll get bending moment to the left of A is 0. Bending moment to the right of A. For that I'll go a little ahead of A. So this moment over here becomes visible. So I have value as minus 290 kilonewton meter. Next I'll calculate the bending moment to the left of B. When I stand at B and I look to the left, please remember here these values are not going to be equal because at B I have a moment. So when I stand at B and I look to the left, I can see minus 290. Also I can see this VA turning clockwise towards B. So I have minus 290 plus 50 into 2. So I get the value as minus 190 kilonewton meter. Next I'll calculate bending moment to the right of B. When I go a little ahead of B, apart from these two which you have seen standing at B, this 20 kilonewton also becomes visible, which is going anti-clockwise. So I'll write down minus 290 plus 50 into 2 and minus 20. So I get the value as minus 210 kilonewton meter. Next I'll calculate at point C. I'll have minus 290, VA turning clockwise and minus 20. Please see that the value right of B and at C will not be same because this VA is turning by a different distance for B and C. So I'll calculate the bending moment at C minus 290 plus 50 into 4 minus 20. So I get the value as minus 110 kilonewton meter. Next I'll calculate the bending moment to the left of D. When I stand at D and I look to the left, I can see minus 290, 50 turning clockwise, minus 20 turning at 20 turning anti-clockwise, 30 turning anti-clockwise. So I'll write down minus 290 plus 50 into 6 minus 20 minus 30 into 2. So I get the answer as minus 70 kilonewton meter. Next, I'll calculate the bending moment to the right of D. Now for right of D, all these values will be same, except that this value of moment will become visible to me now. This is going clockwise. So I'll write down minus 290 plus 50 into 6 minus 20 minus 30 into 2 plus 30. I get the value as minus 40 kilonewton meter. The last thing which I have to calculate is bending moment at E. At E, I'll see minus 290, VA into distance positive, minus 20, 30 turning anti-clockwise, this 30 turning clockwise. So I write down minus 290 plus 50 into 8 minus 20 minus 30 into 4 plus 30. I get the value as 0. So I start with a 0 and I end at 0. Now let's plot these points. Before that, I'll observe that I have minus, 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 minus and minus. All the values are negative. So I will draw the line such that I have more space below. So I will draw it here. So here I'll write down bending moment diagram in kilonewton meter. At A, the value is 0 and last value at E is 0. Now here I want to show you one thing, that I'm going to get the graph in downward direction, which I have already understood from the values. But if you see, the direction of shear force and bending moment is different. If you recollect, we have done a derivation that shear force is equal to negative rate of change of bending moment, which means the direction of shear force and bending moment are opposite. You can clearly see that from this numerical. Now we'll start with the plotting of values. So left of A is 0, right of A is minus 290. This is the highest value here. For the point B, I have the value as minus 190. At right of B, I have the value as minus 210. At C, I have the value as minus 110. At D, I have the value as minus 70, then minus 40, and finally 0. So I'll start joining the points. Left of A, right of A. I have left of B. So first I'll join minus 290 to minus 190 with a straight line. So I'll draw a straight line here. Left of B. From here I'll go to right of B. From here I'll go to bending moment at C. Then I'll go to the bending moment at left of D, which is minus 70. Then I'll go to minus 40 and finally this will join to 0. So draw a straight line. So I'll just join these points. This is negative bending moment. I'll draw hatching line. So this is how the numerical is supposed to be solved. This is the SFD and the BMD for the beam shown in the figure. I hope you have understood the numerical. If you have any doubts, write to me in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon for latest updates of my videos. See you in the next session. Thank you.